Hey guys, today I just want to do a quick video talking about the X100V and my experience with shooting portraits with it. So I recently did an entire portrait shoot with this camera. This is really new to me because I've never really had the confidence in just taking this camera as my portrait camera. Mainly I've always just used the X100V as a everyday carry kind of camera. I would take landscapes, street photography, just things like food and just daily kind of photos. Even though I've always wanted to, I was never really super confident in using the X100V for portraiture. For my portrait work, I would always use my work camera, which is an A7R III, and I just love the depth of field of full frame. So whenever I do portraiture, I always just go back to that one, 85-1.4 A7R III. That was my go-to for portrait. But I've always thought about using the X100V. It's such a nice camera and it gives such a great image quality, so I wanted to give it a shot. Normally I would always take the X100V with me as a B camera. It's in my bag when I'm shooting portraits with the R3, but every time it would just stay in the bag because why would I switch to it when I'm already using the R3 and getting such great results? So I never really gave the X100V a chance. I left my work camera, I left the R3 at the studio, and I didn't want to go in to grab it, so I grabbed the X100V, the only camera in my bag, gonna shoot some portraits with it, and I was really happy with how these photos came out. Actually, I was quite surprised. Shooting with the X100V is pretty different than using an R3, of course, for portraiture. So when I use the X100V, I shoot it in full manual mode, aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. I want to control it all. When I shoot portraits, I really like the shallow depth of field look, so it was really different for me using an APS-C sensor and 35 f2 on this camera, so it's really different, not really a portrait type of lens, but really happy with the photos. Let's take a look at some of the photos, shall we? So the model, Nadia, you can follow her on Instagram, right there. Yeah, she's a dancer, so I wanted to get some more flowy movements with her. Like, she was really down to do some more creative poses. So the X100V is actually quite good for this because I am shooting kind of full body, not usually as close as I would with the 85-1.4, but with the X100V it's all about understanding the limits of the camera or where the camera performs the best. And I think with a 35mm lens, it's about grabbing a bit more context of the area that you're shooting, the environment that you're shooting your subject in, and also, yeah, just what's in the frame. Here I saw this building, it's super interesting. I really like the lines, and I got her to stand up on a table, and I just shot from a lower angle up towards her, using the building as the background with these guiding lines. I thought it was super cool. The beauty about this camera, I just really love the colors. I was actually just shooting JPEG, no RAW, classic neg simulation, and the whole purpose of this was to just kind of be quick and resourceful, like just really leaning on the camera, getting exposure and everything right in camera, so I don't really do any post-production really. So these are straight out of camera JPEGs that you're looking at. So you guys love these ones here. Just kind of getting in close, grabbing the angles, playing with that building in the back. Of course the Fuji's got eye detect, so her eye's in focus, did a pretty good job with that. I use AFS, preferred choice of autofocus setting. Here, I thought it was cool just having her lean back, just getting like buildings in the back there, her hair flowing over the side there. I thought it was really cool. The trick about this lens and using the Fuji, I think, really is just being more conscious of the environment, because the environment becomes a part of the subject. I find myself, whenever I'm using the A7R III with 85-1.4, it's kind of spoiled me because you can really shoot it anywhere as long as the lighting's good. Like, the background doesn't matter too much because it's so out of focus. The 35mm focal length and the Fuji really challenges you to consider everything in the frame. It's a good learning mechanism. Yeah, she's great. She did a lot of these cool stretches and poses. I think it just looks great shooting at a lower angle. So that's one thing with the Fuji is, unfortunately the screen only tilts on a horizontal axis and it doesn't tilt vertically. So the Fuji screen only tilts like this. That's it. And whenever I'm doing portraits, I always shoot vertically because that's just the best way to shoot a portrait, and it's good for Instagram and social. And like now the screen is just, it tilts like this, which is not very helpful. I was using the EVF a lot, but also just like placing it low on the ground, and I had to get down. I had to really get down there, and I was like doing this, trying to get the shot, and yeah, this is where I wish it tilted this way, or having a flippy screen would help. but you know, we make do with what we got. Still overall happy with the images. That's where you rely on the autofocus. You want to really make sure the autofocus is working and doing a good job. Yeah, okay, here we go on the street here. I really love these photos. So when we were just waiting for breaks in traffic, and then we'd run in the middle of the street. I get her to do a few poses. Try to center her on this yellow line. A little jump shot here. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video, a little insight on shooting portraits with the X100V, at least my experience with it. So let me know, have you guys shot portraits with your X100V? What do you like to shoot with your Fuji? Is it portraits? Is it street photography? Is there something you want to try that you're not confident in the camera with? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, you can check out more photos on Instagram. I've been posting a ton of X100V photos, so my Instagram is @slickter. Alright, peace!